Good morning, pregame crew. It is Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern. Welcome to the pregame show. Thank you for being here. I officially get started in 9 minutes, but between now and then, I'm going to say hello to my friends, do an audio-visual check, and then do a few chart requests so I can warm up. Haven't done verbal technical analysis in 3 whole days. Yes, Carlos says, please unite. Y'all stress me out. I can't have favorites. Hey, Lori. Hey, Carlos, JF, Mighty Pawns, Greg. Night Truck. Hey, Roger, bonjour. Carlos Puente. Tess, Casey, Patrick, Homebody, Matthew, Basque. Win for you, Glass Eye. Perfect. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, let's take home some money. Hey, Jessica. Okay, Magic USDT. And just a small comment on Friday's show. I got the most positive feedback from Friday's show that I've gotten in a long time. So I hope it really helped. I'm hearing from some of you, it really helped. Just discussing that Monte Carlo simulator and the risk of ruin and attempting to have a 1-to-2 risk to reward on all trades. So that way, if you're batting 50-55%, you'll still come out ahead. So I'm glad that helped, and I hope to expound on that a little bit more in future videos. So as always, let me know what's working and what's not. Hey now, get your Rockstar, get your game on, go. Hey Guile, Ponzi. Okay, Magic. Magic daily higher high. High or low, no trend change yet. We gave up the ghost over here, and now bulls are attempting to take back over. They got a long way to go. The retrace was approximately 55% of this move, so a lower high is possible here against 23298. 4-hour tiny uptrend, not impressive. Careful 30-minute could be setting up. A little head and shoulders here. So just be aware of that. Yeah, you just broke this 1.8950 support. You're in no man's land, Carlos. You really are here. 4-hour inside bar. You're getting lots of misdirection in both to the bull side and the bearish side. Hi, Glass Eye from the Netherlands. Awesome, Jessica. I'm glad it helped. MARA, I'm a little bearish on the crypto stocks, and that's odd because crypto is holding up a little bit better than the indices, and I guess you would have to ascertain or assume that my thesis is Bitcoin's going to have a hard time holding on to this strength on the 4-hour. Well, actually, we got a lower low. But we're holding the 4-hour EMAs. It's going to have a hard time doing that if NASDAQ and ES keep pulling down hard. And so I'm looking for MARA, and Dan has covered this concept a lot this year. Well, we're only 2 months into the year, but he really, the last half of 2022 and January and February, about when the leaders become laggards. And that's what I'm looking for from MARA. And I actually have 2 crypto-related names as potential top fish setups. So I like a top fish against 790 or 787 on MARA. It is holding up better than most. It is losing the 15-minute EMAs. However, it is just on the cusp of losing the hourly EMAs. But I like this as a leader turned potential laggard. Clearly defined risk, though, because this thing can really go against you. Hey Diego, thanks for the 2 cups of coffee. I will join you with a sip of mine. What's your favorite coffee, folks? We are struggling to find our favorite coffee. We've just been in a coffee rut. We're done with Folgers. I love my community coffee from Louisiana, but sometimes that gets old. Currently drinking Chevalier, but I am interested in what you are drinking. Did I get all of the chart requests taken care of? I believe so. We do not have data this morning at 6:30, at least 2 or 3 star data. Let's see if we have 1 star data, meaning low volatility anticipated. We do not. So the 3-star that we're expecting today is at 10 a.m. Eastern, existing home sales. We have manufacturing PMI at 945. Those can be dangerous data points because you'll enter a trade and then data comes out immediately and it can rip against you. So just be careful. I like to wait to put on my day trades after this data has passed and the market's had time to digest it. Just something to be aware of. Hey, James Manning, swing for Cinco. Cafe Du Monde, I love their coffee. Only in person with a beignet. No coffee, addicted to tea. That's a European thing, huh? Which I know a lot of people love tea here. Bustelo, never heard of that. Pete's, haven't tried it. Stewart's, gonna have to try it. Death Wish, I've tried, it's pretty good. Dunkin' Donuts, all right. Mighty Pawns. All right, thank you for all those suggestions. I will have to take y'all up on it. Yeah, we have CGC with some date. Let's see. So CGC has a direct offering, has some bearishness coming in here. Thank you, Mo, for that direct message. Okay, so MSOS. Yeah, I can't trust these pre-market breaks on such low volume. I can't trust that. Sure, Trade Bang, I can. So Friday we closed with an inside bar on MSOS. Again, don't get snookered into these pre-market run up or push down because it's happening on very low volume, can be very easily manipulated. Your support 703.695, resistance 717. I'd wait until the market opens in order to trust any move in this area. Sure, Trade Bank, can I dig this 10 a.m. data, existing home sales? If you look, that's 2 stars for January month over month, and then just January straight out, sorry. My ring hit the desk. That's 3 stars, meaning high volatility anticipated. So only moderate volatility anticipated at 9:45 and 10 a.m. high volatility, meaning this data can move the markets. And it also can be a big nothing burger. However, I think you'd be remiss not to consider it in your trade plan for the day, saying, whoa, okay, we have data. I'm going to set alerts and I'm going to go light into data, if at all, to have a position. Man, y'all have given me some great idea. All right, Jungle Cat, good idea. All right, y'all ready to get started? I'm going to get started a little early because I got a couple of announcements. I try not to bombard y'all with any type of announcements, but first of all, we have Charting Man Dan. He is going live at 9 a.m. Eastern, so 10 minutes after I wrap up, I will have to wrap up at 6:50 my time, like on point, so he can boot up, and he will be live a full hour and a half, and he's going to show you behind the curtains. He goes live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a chart guy or gal go live 3 days a week. Well, he's going to show you a little bit of how the sausage is made. So you'll get to see that. I will post that YouTube link in a minute. Actually, when I'm done, I'll post it in chat. And then I have pinned up here, we have a free webinar this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, how to use multiple time frames in your trading. It's free. You just click on this link and sign up. It will be presented to you by, I believe, Chart Guy's Jungle Funk, who is an amazing teacher. So you're gonna want to definitely sign up for this webinar, and then stay on YouTube, and I'll give you the new link for Dan's open house. All right, let's go look at the indices. We have weakness. We have weakness this morning. Bulls are attempting a double bottom here at 404775, 4048. If we look over here, we have a 4048 support from February 1st that the bulls are trying to hold, and we have some divergence in the major 4 indices. they all don't look the same. A lot of mornings we wake up and they all look the same. No, they're all weak. They're all red, but they're varying degrees of red. So ES broke that low, that 4 hour. So here, I was calling this a double bottom. This 4060 and 405575, I was using my own, technical analysis liberties, just my own judgment, and saying, okay, that's close enough for a double bottom on a $4,000 instrument. But this morning we're breaking it by $7. So continued weakness. I'm going to stop giving bulls benefit of the doubt. We're in a 4 hour downtrend. We're in an hourly downtrend. We did graze oversold this morning and bulls bought that dip. This could be a 15-minute falling wedge, but overall we have weakness. Now let's go to the dollar. The dollar ran pretty hard on Friday, and that put a lot of pressure. It was a headwind to the market. Is it always a direct inverse correlation 1-to-1? No, but I do make note when the dollar is weak. And let's go look at our table, and then I'll introduce myself. This is the table that I do every morning. As you can see, we are leaning a little more bearish, which that is probably not a shock to most of you. Bitcoin, I failed to make a denote bull or a bear because I think it's a push. We have an hourly downtrend. Excuse me, let me just go look at it. We're holding the hourly EMAs is what, yes. So that's why I did not check either. However, we are in a 4 hour downtrend, but 4 hours holding EMAs. Hourly is losing EMAs. So let me introduce myself and do things totally backwards as I come before you to stand behind you and tell you something I know nothing about. Just kidding. Hi, this is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community and we teach technical analysis. What I do here every morning is I show you this table, kind of get you acclimated to the day and what the thesis is for the day. And obviously it's somewhat bearish today. And then we go through indices, commodities, crypto movers and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. So dollar, no, I didn't finish dollar. We have these hourly inside bars that are breaking bear, and that's somewhat positive for the market. The market's getting a little bounce off that, but overall, dollar is pretty steady on the 30-minute. Looking at ES, we have that downtrend on the 15-minute. On the hourly, your resistance 40.70, 40.73. Yes, Tesla is on my green side. When I looked at it this morning, it had relative strength, even though it was red. If I just say, okay, on these check marks here, from Apple down, I will not check off green if price is below, firmly below the hourly EMAs. So if we look at Tesla, it was holding it last time I looked. So that may have changed and we'll look at it. So hourly EMAs dominating price here. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. On NASDAQ, hourly EMAs dominating price. We're holding support of 1228. We had support over here of 12243. If we look at it on the 4 hour, it's clear the next magnet would be 1205525. As NASDAQ continues its trek downward, it has broke the 4 hour trend to the downside. RTY has not broken the 4 hour support of 1926. We look at it on the daily. We haven't broke the daily high or low on RTY. And even bigger news is look at these 3 inside bars. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation as to what all these colors are on my chart, or you can Google YouTube how to set up your chart like Dan or Lori with the Chart Guys. So the yellow candles are inside bars. So the week of January 30th, we closed with a big candle. The week of February 6th, we stayed nestled within that range. Week of February 13th, we stayed all snug inside the prior week range, and so on. So this week we're opening up inside last week's range. Does that mean we have a confirmed inside bar? No, because this could break to the upside or downside, and this could definitely give us a lot of clues about the market. So what do I do with this information? 1913. Tell me if RTY crosses 1914. Then resistance 1970, so I'm going to put it like 1967. That will tell me a lot about the market. If these double inside bars break bear on this third bar we're opening up inside that range, and think of inside bars as little nested Russian dolls where they're nested inside each other, and when they break, they tend to have volatility. So on the daily, everything's healthy on RTY so far. Thanks, Greg. And I'm glad you were brushing your teeth. Dominic, I don't think the lows are in for this bear market, but that's my opinion. That's not tradable information. I have data that somewhat backs that up, but again, it's not tradable information. And by the way, I have my notes on another screen, and I copy and paste these for TCG members only when I am done. And I forgot to mention that the Hang Seng was down 1.71 overnight here, and DAX is currently down 0.37. So we do have weakness in the European and Asian markets. Now, this is a fascinating little bugger. Do you remember this 4-hour falling wedge? Broadening formation we started talking about on Valentine's Day. It's still holding. This will be key for me. So I'm going to set an alert. I want to know if Dow breaks that key psychological level of 33,500. If RTY can hold the low of last week, if Dow can hold this trend line to the downside, i.e. 33,500, the bulls may have a chance to bounce from that area. And I say that very cautiously. All right, so VIX definitely has a pep in its step. We got a daily bull break. So of course, over here on VIX, I check that in favor of the market bears. So we have relative strength. We're overbought on the hourly. We're not overbought on the 4-hour. And on a pullback, you would expect a higher low. US 10-year has had some strength. But this is an area for the market bulls to kind of slide through this opening that the bears have given them here on the US 10-year. This was a pretty large pullback. So on this bounce, a lower high is actually anticipated on this 4-hour due to the size of this retracement, and that would behoove the market bulls if US 10-year can hold the resistance of 3927. I'm going to go set my alert. Tell me if it breaks 3925. Do I take trades on all these alerts? Heck no, I'd be broke by noon. I just use these alerts to help continue to form my thesis. I'm looking for the higher conviction setups. And all of these data points just keep narrowing down my focus into that high conviction setup where I step up to the plate and I swing hard. Okay, Bitcoin. I've said this differently a couple ways, so let me make sure I clarify before my mouth could catch up with my brain this morning. 4-hour is holding EMAs, not the hourly, okay? So that's slightly bearish on Bitcoin. This could be a 30-minute bear flag. 4-hour is holding EMAs, and bulls are playing great defense up here. They're playing pretty good defense. They're in a daily uptrend. ES can't say that. NASDAQ can't say that. Bitcoin can. Now, will this be a case of the leader, which Bitcoin has definitely been the leader compared to ES, where the leader becomes the laggard? And that's the action I'm looking for this week. And if you've been around these parts for almost 2 years, April will be my second year of having the pregame show. I hope you've noted my development and my growth, and I still have a lot of growth left to do. But this leader to laggard, I'm attempting to add to my tool belt and identify signs where this could be helpful. So here on Bitcoin with this upper wick of profit taking, just wasn't a convincing high, and now I'm looking for potential Bitcoin weakness, and that's why I'm looking for coin weakness, hood weakness, and possible MARA weakness. A day maker varies by the person trading it. So a day maker for someone who has $1 million account may be 0.01%. A day maker for someone who has a $30,000 account may be 2%. It varies usually by the size of the account and the skill of the trader. Because remember, in general, before the last couple years, if you were making a rate of return of greater than 8% for a year, you were beating most hedge funds and indices out there. So, put the bar lower for when you start and then raise the bar for yourself. But as your account size grows, then the percentage goes down a little bit. Hope that made sense. Ethereum lost the hourly EMAs as well, and the 4-hour has lost the EMAs where Bitcoin has not. So is Bitcoin giving us a little insight into more incoming crypto weakness? That's what I'm looking for. Really, Simone? Well, I trust you, my friend. I'm going to have to try it. And I will report back when I try some of these ideas for coffee. I will report back. And as a reminder, Dan will be live for the open house in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So I have 10 minutes to rip through 11 charts. We can do it. So gold. We had the low Friday of 1827.70. We are below all key moving averages on the daily. 4 hour. I love, love, love when this happens. Y'all, RSI can be such a good clue. You can use RSI for beyond back burner and reverse back burner trades. RSI can act as support if RSI is approaching 50 RSI from above. It can act as support and vice versa. And that's what happened with 50 RSI on 4 hour on gold. Bounces are for shorting as long as gold maintains this weakness. On the 15-minute, bulls are trying here, making enough room for a 15-minute higher low. Aggressive bulls are looking to potentially bottom fish 1839, and more conservative bears, I would say, would be looking to short 1850. So I told y'all Friday I had a gold trade on, and I put updates in our chat room. So sometimes if I tell you I'm in a position on live here, you may not get updates to my exit. If I do mention it, I try to remember to go at least post it on Twitter. So if you follow my trades, you probably want to follow me on Twitter at Chargaluri. But the members, they get, if I post an entry, I always post my exits unless something crazy were to happen and I got, well, we're not even talk about that. Let's just say won the lottery and ran away, which I wouldn't. Otherwise, you will always get updates from me. If I post an entry, I will post an exit. So I hope most of you got that trade. Okay, on oil. Oil continues to give up the goods. It'll get a higher high and then give it all back. Look at this. Higher high, pull back, and then give it up. Oil has continued weakness. And remember, it's a holiday week, so our inventory will most likely be pushed to Thursday. I didn't confirm that, but that's usually the schedule, and our API estimates will be pushed to tomorrow. Okay, oil is pulling back. My guess is dollar is bouncing a little bit. Just a little. So oil is weak. Has enough room for hourly higher low. And aggressive bulls could look to bottom fish 76.13. A more conservative bear could look to top fish 77.63. Nat gas. What is there to say, y'all? Again, I tell y'all, I get asked about this about 2014 times a day. Is it time to buy nat gas? Is it time to buy nat gas? It's like that junkie. Like, give me some of that drug. It just because it's beat up doesn't mean it has to bounce. It's beat up for a reason. There could be fundamental reasons. From my understanding, there are fundamental reasons why this is pulling back. And if you don't understand those, then why get caught up in this mishigas? Yes, there's going to be a beautiful bounce, and you could probably scalp it between now and when the real bounce happens. But I just think there are easier ways to make money. I mean, like a stripper pole or something. Anything's easier than nat gas. Apple. Just kidding, kids. That's terrible. Don't ask your parents what that means. Okay, Apple is breaking through the low of Friday. Apple is showing relative weakness. Bears are looking to top fish bounces. Reverse back burner mode engaged, meaning first 5 minute oversold. Overbought, I want to know. And that could be a short. Doesn't mean necessarily it will be a short. Let me know when first 15 minute gets overbought. I'm telling you, there are some nat gas junkies out there, and I try to never be disrespectful, but sometimes you just got to laugh and say, folks, give it up. Okay, Amazon. Amazon is breaking through the low of Friday. Again, reverse back burner mode. I would be looking to short pops. We do have a little bull divergence here where price is making a lower low, but RSI is not. That's not enough data for me to take that trade. This is weak. This daily bear flag is confirming. We drop below 96. Well, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. So Amazon, just go get you some reverse back burners. Okay, Nvidia. NVIDIA is holding the low of Friday. Big news here. Big news. We have earnings after hours tomorrow on NVIDIA. Confirm that. If you're trading NVIDIA, you should know that. So you need to confirm that, not just assume that this crazy lady talking at 6:45 in the morning is accurate. You need to confirm that, but that could impact how NVIDIA moves. And it's harder to, for me, it's harder to predict those moves on earnings week. So I just stay away. And predicting is just a fool's game anyway. I just try to go with a higher probability trade. Tesla. So when I looked at it this morning, okay, we were holding the hourly EMAs. We're almost losing it. But look how far we are from Friday's low. Tesla bulls are holding up a whole lot better. A whole lot better than its counterparts. We're running into the hourly 50 MA overhead, which I like to affectionately call the Great Wall of Louisiana, and we're rejecting. But Tesla has some relative strength, so be careful. They are bears, but they are bears. That sound like Care Bears. Anybody know what Care Bears are, or am I dating myself? Potential 4-hour head and shoulders developing on Tesla, and it's not that far-fetched. So this could be something to keep an eye on. Coin. Yeah, could you hit the like button? There are 340 of you and only 113 likes. Okay, coin. So here I'm looking a little differently. We're not close to the low of Friday, but I'm thinking Bitcoin could be our leader to laggard play. And then on coin, I like the idea. Let me go to my notes. What did I write? 4-hour lower high, I believe. Yeah, 4-hour lower high anticipated. So I like the top fish of coin. It's a higher risk trade because you're going after a former leader that is now becoming a laggard, but it's not near the low of Friday. So it's differentiated a little bit. Google. That's right, Bob. That's right. Okay, Google. Weaker than others, bounces are for possible top fish setups, meaning first 5-minute overbought, reverse back burner. Tell me. TradingView. Thank you. Okay, the cheapest assistant around is TradingView alerts. I'll be done in 2 minutes. Hood, I like a top fish of 1040. Again, I'm a hood rat. No, I think a top fish of hood is a little bit more risky because it's not as close to Friday's low as other names like Apple, who's breaking through the low. So it's definitely attacking a leader, but I like the risk to reward if Bitcoin were to roll over here. And finally, NEO. Oh yeah, homebody. I knew what you were talking about all along. So NEO, Hang Seng was down 1.77% overnight. Well, NEO is a laggard bear this morning. It's barely down compared to its counterparts. BABA, look, down 3.4%. NEO is barely down. So I like a top fish of 1020 on NIO. And I am so sorry to do this. Yes, hit like for the crazy lady. And I'm going to do Matic and then... All right. Okay, daily, we're looking for a higher low. That's the more likely scenario. Hourly is oversold. That's typically a great place to begin scouting a daily higher low. Does that mean that's where it's going to end? No. It's a great place to start. So let's go back over here. Let's do a fib retracement. 1.4032 represents 0.382 retracement. I like that. Hourly oversold. Convergence. I like that. 15-minute. Is it beat up? Come on, RSI. Yep. 5-minute. Nope. So it may take 5-minute RSI to get oversold, and then you're going to want to see a little 2 or 5-minute trend change to bottom fish that daily higher low at the hourly oversold area. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button. I'm going to post the link for Dan now. Let's see. I'm sure he posted it. Chart guys right here. All right, I'm going to post that link for you in chat, and then I will copy my notes over TCG members to chat in just a second. Thanks for being here. Use stop losses.